He beat Justin Gaethje, which he is, I believe, currently around a 2-1 favorite to do
He
so.
is?
Yeah, a little surprising there.
That's fascinating. It's not like I think Paddy should be some ginormous underdog. But that number being so far the other way does surprise me. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it does. And then I look at the stuff on Justin's side. I don't know if you saw that thing about the ingrown hair, the staph infection. That's one thing. Trevor Whitman just did an interview with Brett Okamoto at ESPN, basically saying like, this is it for us. If we don't win this, we're not sticking around for money fight. I kind of worry for where Justin Gaethje's mind is at, because he was going to hold out and retire if he didn't get a fight like this either.
I just think Justin is so experienced, so violent. He brings an element that none of Paddy's past opponents has had. That being said, there are times where, I think there'd be a lot of opportunities for Paddy to get a submission. So that's what makes it a
Paddy Pimblett has sparked controversy after boldly claiming that the striker who dominates in the gym is truly superior to Justin Gaethje. That single statement has only intensified the hype surrounding what is already one of the most highly anticipated fights of the year.
There's the blueprint there to beat him, Max done it. Everyone underestimates my strike and everyone thinks I'm just going to come in and I'm going to take him down, and I'm not. He had an absolute war with Chandler and I picked Chandler up. I don't wrestle like a normal person. I don't take double legs and single legs and wrestle like a normal person does. I do everything differently. I'm not normal. He's not going to be able to get a sparring partner in what grapples like me or strikes like me, because I'm a weirdo. I'm honest, Val, and I'm very awkward. You can't really get a sparring partner.
Pimblett has carried total confidence throughout his training camp, even suggesting he expects a knockout when he steps into the cage with Justin Gaethje, describing his belief as a calm certainty rather than loud trash talk. That mindset stems from intense training sessions with Luke Riley, a highly regarded striker who made waves late last year with a brutal second-round knockout in his UFC debut. Pimblett was visibly thrilled by that performance, and as they have continued sharpening their skills together, he feels the rounds spent trading strikes with Riley have given him a level of comfort and readiness for Gaethje that many observers might underestimate it.
Fan prior to any thought of fighting him.
I am a Justin Gaethje fan, not was, I am.
Yeah.
And anyone who is an MMA fan and isn't a Justin Gaethje fan isn't an MMA fan. Like, I always say he's your favourite fighter's favourite fighter. He's one of my favourite fighters, one of the best fighters that you can watch. And the fact that I'm now getting in there against him is what dream.
Paddy Pimblett. That confidence comes from a simple belief. Hey. He sees Luke Riley as a far more polished and technically advanced striker than his interim title opponent, Justin Gaethje. After countless sparring rounds, Pimblett feels that if he can hold his own against Riley in the gym, he can carry that same assurance into the octagon on fight night. He points to Riley's foundation in striking, beginning with Muay Thai training in Thailand at a young age and later adding amateur boxing while Gaethje was developing primarily as a wrestler. To Pimblett, that difference in background explains Riley's sharpness and precision on the feet and why he believes wider audiences will soon recognize his talent. In many ways, Pimblett sees Riley's rise as a reflection of his own journey, but forged through striking excellence.
I feel like there's a lot of ulterior factors that people aren't considering other than just his recent win over Dan Hooker. I know he's a top contender, but there's a whole lot that he's done wrong before, and this is the big Paramount debut.
And lad, people are saying like Justin Gaethje, he's older than that lad. He's 2 years older than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a foot off his mark. You know what I mean?
Okay, strong statements about Dan Hooker there.
As the event draws closer, much of the conversation has centered on Paddy Pimblett's ground game, with many fans pointing to his slick submissions and quick scrambles as the key factors that could swing the fight in his favor. At the same time, Justin Gaethje's resume casts a long shadow, having shared the cage with elite names like Khabib, Nurmagomedov, Dustin Poirier, and Max Holloway, cementing his reputation as one of the toughest and most seasoned lightweights of his era. Despite that experience gap, Pimblett remains confident that his unpredictable style blending, unorthodox grappling with unconventional striking rather than relying on traditional attacks could create serious problems for Gaethje. 5. His belief in his own uniqueness strengthens. Paddy Pimblett's confidence that Justin Gaethje will struggle to find his rhythm. Pimblett sees himself as a fighter who doesn't fit into conventional patterns, and he considers being labeled awkward or strange an advantage, since it forces opponents to react in the moment rather than rely on structured preparation. Still, Gaethje isn't approaching the fight blindly.
No.
In the lead-up, He has been training with rising lightweight talents like Grant Dawson to help simulate Pimblett's pace and movement. The strategy is designed to close the gap in preparation and reduce the element of surprise that Pimblett values so highly.
Sum all that up for us. Justin Gaethje has good wrestling. He uses it very well defensively.
I don't wrestle like a normal person. I don't shoot double legs and single legs and wrestle like a normal person does. I do everything differently. I'm not normal. He's not going to be able to get a sparring partner in what grapples like me or strikes like me because I'm a weirdo.
He did call your style awkward, actually.
I'm honest, pal, and I'm very awkward. You can't really get a sparring partner in to do me because I'm so awkward. I'm looking forward to fighting him. As I say, he's a legend. He's someone I've always loved watching. So to get the chance to actually get in the cage and fight with him is unbelievable. I can't wait to have Justin Gaethje on my resume. It's going to be something that'll last forever, you know what I mean? It'll be part of my legacy. And
Paddy Pimblett has spoken confidently about his preparation. Justin Gaethje has taken on a darker, more intense tone ahead of the clash, vowing to leave everything in the cage, and even admitting he doesn't expect to be standing when it's over. An all-or-nothing mindset that has defined much of his career. The stakes are enormous, with an interim lightweight title on the line at UFC 324 in Las Vegas after Charles Oliveira withdrew for personal reasons. For Gaethje, the opportunity carries historic weight, as a win would make him the first fighter to capture an interim UFC title, twice an achievement that would highlight both his resilience and the unpredictable path of his career.
Get knocked out.
I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
What do you say to that?
Yeah, we'll see. I'll try to test that theory.
Have you allowed yourself to think ahead to once you win, if you get the win, Ilya?
Nope, I've said it before, I don't ever plan on being alive after the fight, so if that's how it is.
The event is being closely monitored by other contenders, including Arman Tsarukyan, who has made it clear that he would prefer to see Justin Gaethje come out on top, believing that outcome would create a clearer path for him toward a big fight, as he feels Gaethje would be more willing to accept a matchup against him, whereas Paddy Pimblett might look to steer clear of that challenge.
Yeah, I know personally his calf kick is devastating and changes the tide of every single fight. So on a guy like Paddy Pimblett, this might even be the size difference. Paddy is going to be damn near 200 pounds the night of the fight. I don't think it's going to be this drastic. Will's probably about, what, 220? Sir. About 220. And right now I'm probably 200, so that's 20-pound difference. But I think the keys to Justin's victory, it's one of the main keys, is being able to use this calf kick effectively. So if me and Will are lined up here, the main thing I want Justin to be able to do is I want him to be able to jab and slap and put Paddy Pimblett, put his weight on this leg. I want him to constantly be putting his weight on this leg. So he's going to do that by cutting off this side, jab, slap, and before Paddy could even step, bombing that leg kick there. And if you look, Paddy was doing a great job doing a calf kick against Mike Chandler. He was doing a great job kicking, so he's probably going to return it. But I think in general, if Justin is able to keep bombing this leg kick, I think it's really going to shut Paddy down and be able to nullify a lot of his attacks. You might start seeing him limp. You might start seeing him switch stances. From there, Justin can use the speed of his hands and use his boxing. I think it's much better than Paddy's. I think he's faster, and I think he's cleaner on the inside. I think this calf kick's going to be one of the main things to be able.
Michael Chandler, who has shared the arena with both contenders and was stopped by Paddy Pimblett in April 2025, has also weighed in with his perspective, acknowledging that the Brit is far more skilled than he is often given credit for. However, when pressed for a firm prediction, Chandler leans toward Justin Gaethje, citing his experience and well-rounded skill set, and suggesting that Gaethje would present a unique kind of test that Pimblett has not yet faced, while further adding that Gaethje could potentially go on to unify the belts by defeating Ilia Topuria, whom he also took a moment to praise.
Fighting Paddy Pimblett coming up, who do you favor?
I want Justin to beat Paddy. Yeah. Because that Justin, he's gonna fight with me, but Paddy, if Paddy wins, he's gonna try to avoid me and trying not to fight me because he's not man like.
Elijah Faber has expressed similar views, analyzing the matchup by describing Justin Gaethje as someone who thrives in chaotic brawls and is always willing to trade strikes. However, while acknowledging Paddy Pimblett's dangerous grappling ability, Faber believes Gaethje's Division I wrestling background would allow him to survive on the ground and ultimately steer the fight back to the feet, where he is most comfortable.
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced, I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. You know, because of his haircut and the way he talks. And when I fought him, he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks, pretty darn patient and composed in there. But Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, I'd go Justin Gaethje, interim champion, and then he beats Ilia Topuria later on.
Having faced both men, Tony Ferguson offers a unique perspective, suggesting that motivation could be the deciding factor in the matchup. In his view, Justin Gaethje's complicated history with interim titles and missed championship opportunities might weigh heavily on him, while Paddy Pimblett's hunger for his first undisputed belt could push him to another level. And although Ferguson respects both fighters, he ultimately leans toward the drive and ambition of the fresher contender, chasing a new opportunity.
Gaethje, who do you favor in that fight?
I gotta go with Gaethje. I feel like he's the one that loves to get down and throw fist for fist. And he's also got the Division I wrestling to negate some of the biggest skill sets of Paddy. Paddy's a very dominant grappler when it comes to submissions. I think Gaethje has the tools to keep it where he...
As January 24th approaches, the narrative continues to evolve, with Paddy Pimblett's bold claims about his striking, adding another layer to an already intriguing build-up. In contrast, Justin Gaethje's intense determination sets up a compelling clash of personalities. While fellow contenders watch closely to see who will eventually challenge Ilia Topuria upon his return, no matter the result, the interim lightweight title fight at UFC 324 promises to deliver a memorable showdown of styles, ambitions, and character that could significantly shape the future of the division.
Bad, dude. Paddy's not bad. He's very beatable, and Gaethje's very beatable as well. But when it goes into the passion and how upsetting Justin Gaethje has always been about not getting that real title shot, and they just keep dangling it right there again, Paddy's in for a new treat, right? Paddy's the one that's never fought for a belt. He's going in there. He's going to be trying to, get that stuff. He's going to feel a little bit more fresher. He's going to have that little bit of